All right, everyone. Good morning and welcome back to our commentary of the 2019 European Championship, live from Brussels, Belgium, at the 2019 EGC. We're back with round 5. We had a bit of a break yesterday. Of course, it was a day off for most of us here in Brussels. It was very hot outside, so yeah, some bit of sightseeing, but mostly just ducking in an air-conditioned room. But anyway, we're back with round 5 today. I am, of course, Stephen Ho, joined by Jeff Su, our legendary commentator, who's finished 8th on KGS also. Also, I think one of the teachers of the Nordic Go Dojo. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So we're back on more commentary. Certainly, it's a very exciting day. From now on, it's just going to be the last 4 days. Well, certainly for me, and also the last 4 days for our season. I think... we've definitely had a lot of great tournaments throughout the entire year. From all the way back from October, November, the German Championship. We've done, I think, 10 or 11 streams now. So this is like the culminating event of the season, really, because this is the largest one and the most prestigious, but also the toughest to win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway, we're just going to take a look at round 5 today. We decided to do that because today's matches will determine the last 4 quarterfinalists. We already have 4 people already, who don't have to play today, I think, directly into the quarterfinals. So Ilya Shikshin, the 3-dan professional from Russia, of course, 5 times European champion. Lucas Papera, of course, Jeff's student, also one of the, he was runner-up in the pro qualifications this year. Mateusz Surma, of course, a 2-dan pro from Poland. I don't think we need much introduction there. He was doing really well in the first half of the Transatlantic, and also he won the Grand Slam this year. So yeah, pretty much expected there. He was one of the top 4 players probably, and of course the defending champion Pavel Lisi already safely through after that win against Ali Jabari in 2-dan professional. So yeah, everything is good so far in that half. But of course we have some people who want to survive round 4 and round 5. So for them they need to play 2 more games, and looks like after yesterday's competition in round 4, we do have to say goodbye to a few people. Of course, Anton Fenech, he had a good tournament there. I think the 4-dan from France. Actually beat a lot of 6-dan players there. So,
right.
Of course, Cornell, unfortunately, he lost to Victor in round 4, so that is the end of the road for him. As also, Remy lost to Stanislaw, and of course, Oscar. Yeah, it's a good game, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I'm very proud about his performance in that game. He didn't win it, but that actually shows his let's say on his strengths there's still a space to improve. But yeah, let's say I'm very proud about his performance, and we had a game plan. He actually implemented that in general perfectly. Yeah. So yeah, yesterday, although he lost, I'm pretty happy in general.
Well, that's good to hear. Certainly I think you've been coaching a lot of European players, and that's really paying off. Now they have perhaps better than ever chances against these professional players. Yeah. Of course, there's still maybe a rank sort of strength difference, right? But you can certainly apply good thinking, good strategy, and just good tournament mindset to to gain up on them. So,
right.
Yesterday, I thought it was pretty shaky game for Artem. Actually, he was somewhat in danger, and certainly he has another interesting match today. But yeah, of course, just a quick reminder of the format there. It's Fisher time. It's 90 minutes per side plus 45 seconds per move, and then this is of course sponsored by European Go Federation, and of course Pananet, which you mentioned, one of the sponsors. Of course, the EGC itself, the Congress. And right now, the format as it stands, we still have a double elimination format for the top 32 players, and then we will go into top 8 starting from tomorrow. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday here, and then of course the prizes for the top 3 finishers are 4,000 euros, 2,500, and 1,500. But of course, it's all about the pride. So
yeah,
if you can be called the European champion 2019, that's certainly a lot of that's a great achievement to get. So for sure. Anyway, we have pretty exciting games today. Of course. 4 games, so you can actually check all of them out on the Pananet Go server there. These are in real time. Of course, we'll try to catch up from behind, and normally that's what we do. So we have Victor Lin, of course, versus Dusan Mitic. That's a good game. Jonas Vertica, 2-time German champion, versus Ali Jabarin. And of course, on the third one, we have Artem Kashanovsky, the 2-dan professional from Ukraine. I have to say he's one of the top favorites coming to the tournament. But so far, he lost one game already, and I think he had a risky result yesterday. He could have lost that one, and now he plays one of the young prospects of Europe, Vyacheslav Kamin, who is I think very young. I think even younger than me, and it's like 6-dan already. His rating is 25.59, so very very energetic, and there could be room for an upset there. And of course, last but not least, our spotlight match of the day, which is Stanislaw Frejlak, the Polish 7-dan, and versus Tanguy Calvé, who's just been defeated by Lucas Paperi 2 days ago. So they're competing for a spot to survive. And I think the winner of this match will play. Let me see. Yeah, that's going to be Pavel. So they'll play for place in the quarterfinals. So yeah, Jeff, what about the matches today?
Well, I can see that our spot match here, Stanislav against Tanguy, we can actually see their head-up score. It is pretty even. Yeah, it is pretty even. And I think as their strength and as I know about their special part in gold, what they are good at, this match will be the most exciting one today, for sure, especially consider their completely different style. Regarding to who is probably will be an advantage, I guess we probably know that, let's say Tanguy just recently become pro, and he actually also get to represent Europe to play Samsung Cup, and he has some really good result here. Even here he needs to play this last match because he lost to my student Lucas Polpera.
Right.
To be honest, that game that was his game. He was totally winning, and it's just he has some difficulty to manage the complicated situation somehow in the second half when Lucas made it complicated. So I think in general, as for the two players' mindset and their feeling to enter this game, Tanguy is in some advantage. Yeah.
I think certainly the head-to-head record looks pretty close there. 3-3, that's as even as it gets. Actually, Stanislav won against Tanguy in the pro qualifications. I think that was one of Tanguy's first games. He actually misread one of the corner variations, and I think in the end it was just because it was low on time. Stanislav played this tricky, peep on the second line, and then somehow that messed up like his corner, and that was it. So actually, that started the survival tour of Tanguy ever since. At times he's looked in danger, in some of these matches, but. We all thought that it was going to be over there, but he didn't. He managed to survive and finished very strongly. Of course, that's how he actually got to being professional. So basically, I think it's going to be pretty even. Of course, like Stanislav also got to the semifinals of the pro qualifications, right? And this year he played pretty well in the Vado Cup, of course. So it should be good. It should be a good game. But you said. So you said earlier that Stanislav and Tanguy had two different styles.
Completely different, and Stanislav is mainly a player who actually enjoys complicated situation, fighting situation, and he does hard work to read into it. That is his strong part. At the same time, that's also his weak part, because sometimes when he really concentrates to stare at the board, to read into it, sometimes he neglects about it works, is it good? And so let's say sometimes he actually reads too much, and then it comes to a variation. Both sides read exactly the same. Both sides think it is good, but actually at the end he realized I did the variation. This is exactly what I want, but it's bad. This actually happens to him often. As for Tanguy actually is the one who can do those kind of work too, but normally in his game he doesn't necessarily does that. For he prefer to control the situation into those kind of a territory influence division, in which he will gonna do more judgment about, let's say here, what is big, what is small, what I can do. Especially he prefer to enter the situation. I have a big group. If you cannot kill me, then you don't have enough points. And before that, he actually keep taking points. And that is actually his way. And from this kind of expression, you can already see the two players are actually completely different. So because of this kind of a style difference, whose game they are playing here will probably be pretty decisive as a factor.
So like basically, who gets into the rhythm, right?
Yes.
If it gets into a kind of formation that is favorable to one player, right, then it might be pretty tough for the other player to adapt to that, right?
Right, exactly, yeah. So for this game, I guess strategically, actually both players, I suppose they have prepared something in advance. And as for the board situation here, it is extremely interesting. Yeah, the current board situation. Yeah.
All right, sure. In that case, let's take a look at the game.
Right.
If we have time, of course. You can check out, once again, just a quick reminder, you can check the games in real time. If you don't have to wait for us, of course, you can go to the Panda Go server. Just follow the accounts here, Champ 1 through 4. And if there are any favorite players of yours, you can, of course, vote in the polls now. They're open. And you can, of course, pick a favorite out of these 4 matches today. So, all right. It looks like Tanguy is black in this match. And we'll just get started here.
Sure.
And you can pull it up here. All right. So we're starting from the bottom right.
Yeah, already the first move shows his preference.
Oh my God, we're seeing this opening all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once again, the 3-4 and 3-3 opening.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Approach.
Yeah, and this is basically
Yeah.
Tanguy Joseki. I call it Tanguy Joseki for whenever Tanguy face to this kind of approach, he take over the corner. Yeah, so now already he got 2 corners. Yeah.
Yeah. This is extremely territorial. Right?
Yeah, extremely.
Like, I mean, the 3-3 is basically as solid as it gets.
Yeah.
You cannot you actually can't go in. This is the only move in which you cannot, like, invade, right? Like,
Yeah.
this one you can play the 3-3. That's an obvious
Yeah.
point when you look to nowadays. But yeah, this one's just super solid corner, and then once again just kick and jump, right? So that's also like solid cash.
Right. Yeah. This is actually something Tanguy likes. He likes to face to this kind of situation, and in case the opponent has anything big, he yeah, that's actually his favorite game. Yeah.
And let's see. Okay, so
like
this one, and then
take another.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. So normally, I told my student, you play against Tanguy, you want to make him disappointed. Yeah, you take the corner first. Yeah, and he has any Hoshi, you made Sansan. Take the corner. Yeah.
Just try to throw him off, right?
Yeah.
So okay, you said that this is one of the most common approaches to the star point nowadays, the 3-3.
Yeah.
But we talked about a lot of course, Joseki's leading up to this. But are there any situations in which it's not good to invade the 3-3?
There can be, in case, for example, if the let's say when the opponent already have, for example, some sort of Moyo formation or already a lot of influence on the board, you keep feeding that to give the opponent a very big Moyo is normally unwise. Because normally when the Moyo is too big, even if you say, I invade, I can live, that doesn't supply you the victory. Because the opponent can just easily chase you and get the remaining Moyo as territory. Since the original Moyo was too big, and then he gets the remaining Moyo can easily be big enough. And those kind of corner you get as small pieces is never really too big. Yeah, so normally, if, for example, I normally told my student, in case if you already have 3 corners, don't take the fulls. That will gonna make the situation into extreme situation, and that is normally negative for the one who take territory first. So from that sense, you do not do that. However, this board, it is fine. Because that corner, in general, is still white. That's S1. And second, this suits Tanguy style. He just love it.
Yeah. I mean, in the end of the day, right, you got to play the style you're familiar with. And in opening, I don't think it matters so much. It's not so decisive. Of course, you could like fall behind or like get ahead in the Fuseki, but of course the games are decided actually in the mid game or in the Yosei. Right?
Yeah, so. But actually here, there's one thing that is surprising because actually before the game, I have mentioned that I believe both players, because it's an important match to enter top 8. I believe probably last night, probably both players had more or less prepared about, okay, in the opening, what am I going to do, what your opponent has preferred. No, I still remember, I have made this kind of mistake before. I studied Tanguy, and for probably a week, and then I play with my student, and I perform as Tanguy. I perform as Tanguy. But then, let's say when I enter the game, I play as white, my first move. I forgot. Because let's say normally, my habit is first move is Hoshi. And then the first move I play Hoshi. I immediately remember, no, That's wrong. I said, yeah, how can Tanguy left the opponent Sansan? No way. So my first move should be Sansan. So already at move 2, I asked my student, can I undo please? Because we are playing training game. Yeah. So here, let's say Stanislaw, his opening, he plays this Hoshi. To me, it's very surprising. For he already knows what Tanguy like and what he doesn't like. He still just intentionally left this Sansan. This is something I don't quite get it.
That's actually, Actually, though, they get to know who their opponents are because the draw is kind of fixed, right? So after the brackets, they know who they're playing.
Yeah.
So, which allows some time to actually prepare a specific opening. Sometimes the draw is like kind of random, right? So you're just like, no, okay, we play right now. So all right, sure. But they've actually had a whole day to sit down and actually work out a strategy.
Yeah.
And against a specific opponent.
Right.
And the game plan might be different, right? Depending on who it is. So.
Right. So here, that's why, So here, this opening is Tanguy's favorite. I don't quite get why Stanislav just went for it. Maybe he's very confident. I'm gonna beat you again. Yeah, it could be because their most recent head-up is is that game in the pro qualification. Yeah, but actually, if Stanislav he himself remember that game was mostly Tanguy's game, and Stanislav just is more experienced in Wyoming. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's still a long match, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think like just like this, and then white approaches. Yeah, I guess one of the disadvantages of the 3-3 is also, even though it's like super solid, right? It's also really hard to like really expand on that.
Right.
So now you just have this corner, but it's really hard to go anywhere else, right? White can easily just approach.
Yeah, but to Tanguy, he doesn't care. He prefers this kind of just the pieces of tofu everywhere. Everywhere is just the pieces of tofu. Yeah.
Pieces of tofu.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Then this kind of fusaki is something he prefers.
You're always talking about food when we're approaching like 12 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, this is like you said, a piece of tofu, and you just save it.
Yeah. This decent is actually something rather interesting for. Normally here, in pro game we see black net here. For example, here we have the push, and because of this push, for example, we have this kind of center move, and this we're gonna help to reduce the center a little bit. This kind of decent is extremely territorial. For he just emphasized on, I don't want you to have this kind of second honey or decent even ascendant here. This is all mine. And in the future, I might actually enter this thing a little bit in case if this is your territory, or in case if I invade here, I may have this kind of game as my Sene, so to try to connect. So this is extremely territorial. In pro game, actually, you wouldn't see this very often. But once again, Tanguy is playing black. I
mean, it feels like almost all of his moves are on the third line so far.
Yeah.
I can. Oh, okay, that one's on the second line. But he's had pretty low placement.
Yeah, he is, and he always is. And in during the years, his way of playing almost has never changed. It's just recently he believes more about his way to play. And the confidence is actually an important factor here. Yesterday I talked to my student during the dinner, and there's actually a very funny discussion there. And I remember Oscar said, Jeff, you know what? Surprisingly, I think nowadays in European tournament, how good you are at in goal is probably the least important factor in competition. He said, it's the least important factor in competition. I said, what can be more important? He said, how confident you are, for one. And that's probably far more important than anything. Once you are confident,
mind, right?
Your mind. You feel like I can win the game. I'm confident about what I'm doing. Well, even if what you did may be imperfect, but that will gonna affect the opponent, and the opponent will gonna perform worse. So according to Oscar, that might actually be more important than how well you understand the goal itself. So here, that's why I'm saying this move, if we talk about that's the perfect move, normally the pro game is connect, but this one, Tanguy is very confident about his game strategy.
Certainly, so far he's been pretty consistent. We say that whenever we want to follow through a game plan, right, we better not switch like in between. So so far he stayed to his course. Has to be said. It looks like Stanislav is gonna have to make some points here then, right? His corner got taken, And then, it might have to come from here.
Yeah.
That looks like the largest area.
Yeah. In this game, we normally say high stones. Here we come to this kind of situation again. White have 3 stones here, high. This stone is high. This stone is high. This stone is high. So all those high stones, if you just talk about themselves, it's not like those kind of stones. So black directly get territory, piece of tofu territory here. Those kind of stones itself, but it doesn't show much. So the way to actually make them valuable is you make them working together to have a formation. And so you can see the distance between all those high stones. This can be a challenging task to white.
Oh, that's what bots are good at, right?
Yeah.
Somehow they always link these stones up, and then for some reason you just had moyo.
Yeah, or let's say they use those high stones to actually figure out how to attack the group. This is something as humans we are not really good at. That is probably why among the top professional players, most of them they are territorial. Yeah,
right.
Because it's easier to handle in this way.
Yeah, and it's actually foreseeable profit, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might be investing in something that's maybe vague and undefined.
Yeah.
Like the moyo, for example.
Right.
It's really difficult to, really define the borders because, as we said, one of the basic knowledges of Go is to enclose the center, you need 4 sides.
Yeah.
Right. So for the corner, you just need 2 sides because you can already use the 2 edges of the board as natural borders. And then you can just really, it's easier to encircle, for example, 10, 15 points in this area rather than that area, or even the center, right? It's very uncertain what's going to happen because even if you do, arbitrarily circle this area, then your opponent can come in from all 4 directions.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, we can of course check out what happens now. Certainly, White's gonna apply a pretty center-oriented strategy. So
this one, this one is actually already a little bit problematic. No doubt, this is a big move, and the gap here is big, and so you cover the gap. It's easier for this area to be your potential territory. One problem is then that only link those 2 high stones. It has nothing to do with, especially those 3. This is actually the majority of the high stone white has on the board. So it actually neglected the value of the 3 here. So in order to actually show the value, what actually the first thing it's supposed to do is to serve for the 3 to work with the rest of the board. So it's more like, for example, here, white. For example, this kick first here, so to actually get a few more high stone here, but eventually this kind of shoulder. So to try to link with the rest of the board, starting with the 3. This is actually more essential, although it doesn't really look like you are getting anything. This one, it does look like white directly gets something, but he ignored his most important stones on the board. So this one is slightly problematic.
Yeah, actually, the shoulder hit does a lot of things, right? When I think before 2016, we don't always have a high opinion of it. Sometimes as an expanding move because it feels rather, it's floating, right? It's on the 4th line.
Yeah.
So we think that is, for example, like this, then we're just giving away more points to the opponent.
Right.
But now when we look at it, it's like, oh my God, you can actually control from so many directions.
Right. Yeah, especially that is actually the weakness of low stone or the 3rd line stone. 4th line stone, I got influenced. The weakness is when I play here, you didn't really get territory. So as for territory, 4th line stone is imperfect. Low stone here, 3rd line stone, you definitely get territory. The problem is when the opponent shoulder, there's nothing you can do much. You have to let the opponent get the influence. Yeah, so here, that's the 3rd line, 4th line division. And that is why here the shoulder hit can be really powerful, especially as for white whole board plan that is. Yeah, so here white didn't do that. White just concentrated on the right side. He's actually playing against his own plan.
Wow, okay, already. This is, it seems like all right? It looks like it can't be wrong, but it seems like already maybe this is giving away some sort of initiative to black.
Yeah, already. So after this move, when black get the Kosumi here, although this Kosumi may not be perfect, to me here it's more like black get this direction. Yeah, so to actually isolate the stone. But here, when this one still works against the 3. Here, black is in very slight advantage, very slight though.
Okay. He does get this side though, right?
Yeah, but this side is not that interesting. To me here, it's more important to isolate the 3 here, this one or this one. Yeah. So it's more like black playing on this direction.
Yeah. Let's talk about this Kosumi a little bit. I think one of the I was at Insong's lecture, of course. Insong does lectures on site.
Yeah.
And he says one of the things about this Kosumi, right, is that it creates kind of a dilemma because if you have, for example, a 5th fifth space extension, right,
Yeah.
for white.
Yeah.
And then the question really is like, do we defend or do we don't like just Tanguy, right? Don't do anything.
Yeah.
Because like right now, if you defend, it feels like, this feels slow.
Yeah.
Because it's like two space jumps in a row, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't feel great because it's only kind of like 20 points, 25 points.
Right.
But then if you don't defend, then this is gonna really set up the whole like invasion kind of stuff. Right?
Yeah.
So that's maybe the kind of circumstance
Right.
we have where this stone is really useful.
Right, and that is why normally nowadays after you have those three stones as a wall, traditionally we say we have a wall, we're supposed to get extension, and nowadays people doesn't do it for exactly that reason. Yeah, because here when you have this kind of extension here, when black goes here, you defend is inefficient because of this stone. You don't defend when the opponent invade here, you are directly under attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here that is exactly the reasoning why this one we do not play the extension. Yeah. Okay, but
Alright, but white's gonna
white attach. Now white started to try to link those three with the remaining board, but here first the pair price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So white's really going for the center, it seems.
Yeah, and this one once again, this one he is ignoring the three here. Yeah, he's working on this one, but he's he didn't really work together with this one. To me, that one might be okay. This one still has to be short. Yeah.
So you really like the shoulder hit?
White needs to. I don't. It's not like I like it. This board. I actually prefer black. I'm more like Tanguy here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I essentially who I am. I'm more like Tanguy actually. So I definitely prefer black on this board. I mean, even if we don't talk about white, this one's slight error. But let's say with this white board, in order to actually work everything together, white will need this one. So to link them with the rest of the board rather than to isolate them.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
this one is to isolate.
Okay, so I mean, so far it looks like white also has a plan at least, right?
Yeah.
He's put a lot of focus on the right side there.
Yeah.
And, that's gonna.
Yeah. So actually here, this move is very once again the Tanguy move here because normally here, he's actually fixing this push and cut here on the top side. There's this kind of push and cut.
Yeah.
On either way there can be cut. He's fixing that, and normally people fix that. People's way is this kind of jump. So to actually prevent the opponent to have some more influence and also affect this group. Actually, on this board, this makes more sense. On a Tanguy space, no matter what my intention is, my way to actually reach that intention is by taking more territory. Yeah, so his answer
This guy's
is always,
so greedy.
Yeah, his answer is always territory points, regardless of what kind of situation it is. And this way does give the opponent a lot of pressure for he has a lot of territory, and the opponent doesn't have much yet.
Yeah. I mean, so far like white has this area, right? But like this is not much, and obviously that's not much either.
Right. So like this, of course, here white is under a lot of pressure on territory. But as for gold, this move is not ideal. But once again, here. He's confident, and he's trying to tell the opponent, you shouldn't be confident. Yeah, he's sending this kind of signal. Yeah.
So okay, so what? Yeah, black connected it seems.
Yeah, black knight.
Probably to fix this cut.
Yeah, and here, Stanislaw, is actually here. He plays this one. He's actually feeling like this group is relatively weak, and in case, for example, he takes this one, which is the biggest on the board, then he's afraid black gets this extension, and this group will be weak. Yeah, but here, the problem is this group, let's say here, it doesn't really work with the rest of the board. So it doesn't really show more value. But if you say, this group is weak, that requires some assistance. And you can actually get the biggest move on the board. So this is a loss already. And then if you say, I have a wall, it requires defending. It is the case that from this Sansan invasion, black get a corner, white actually get a weak group. So it's black plus, white minus. Then this corner is no longer Joseki. Yeah, so from this sense, this move is again a mistake.
A mistake? Wow,
yeah.
Okay.
Again, so here white doesn't really understand the Joseki he has played by himself. Yeah, so he's defending his strong group. Here, this group is supposed to be strong. So in case this one happens, that's the tiger here. I'm not defending, I'm actually still trying to work with the rest of the board here.
Right.
It's supposed to be like this. White is supposed not to feel threatened.
So this one will be better.
Yeah, definitely. That's the biggest on board. Not only because of the territory here, but also after Honey, we have this kind of peep. And so this kind of area, is that why territory will be questioned. Yeah, so this is definitely the biggest on the board. So in the game, white actually give black that one. So and he take a lock. He take a loss here for safety, but he's safe, or he's supposed to take it as he's safe. Yeah. So here I clearly prefer black.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like black. Well, actually, now he has 4 corners, right?
Yeah, clearly now it's 4
now
corners.
it's 4 corners game. Yeah.
Yeah, but normally when black has 4 corners, if we say the game should be balanced, white is supposed to have a very big moyo, or like a global moyo.
Yeah.
Now it's still just a red side. It's a big moyo, but it doesn't really work with this area, with this area.
Yeah.
It's still kind of a big but a local moyo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this kind of moyo is normally not that scary, and so black may just reduce from the outside, white may not have enough.
So, what is the right way for black to reduce this? This might be a good question for our viewers because oftentimes we see this kind of big moyo happen, and we're like, oh my god, he's making so many points, right? What do I do?
Yeah.
And we freak out, and then we don't know, what the best place to go with. So can we just use that as an example?
Sure. Yeah.
To find out the best spot.
For this kind of moyo, many people actually have a problem against the moyo. For moyo is so big.
Yeah.
And I invade there or I reduce there. I just had one single stone. I'm gonna die.
It looks enormous.
And if I die, I lose the game. Many people speak like that. Actually, including some people who is playing the European Championship. Even they speak like that. But okay, here this is a fact. Please remember, when the opponent has moyo, he should be the one that is afraid. Why? You have all the cash here. Everything here already. You have the money in pocket. Who walk on the street with money in pocket will be afraid. You should always be confident because you can buy anything as you want. It should be him that is afraid.
Also safety is a thing.
Yeah, of course.
Don't flash your large.
But the thing is, white has moyo. He didn't really have cash in pocket. He basically said, I need some money, otherwise I cannot pay rent anymore.
Yeah.
So he's the one who should worry. Why you should? That's the first thing. Remember, the one who plays moyo should be worried. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Second, he kill you something. If not all, it's normal. Surroundings, he has that much, that many stone, and you will only have 1 stone on hand. He kill you something, or he gets something. What's the problem? Especially consider you already have 4 corners, that much territory.
Right.
That's the second thing. So from this sense, I remember once I talked to Fan Hui about this kind of similar situation.
Yeah.
Actually, that was Fan Hui was reviewing my game at that time. At
Okay.
that time, I was still much weaker than I am now.
Yeah.
And Fan Hui pointing to my opponent's moyo and tell me, you know what? Here, you are not afraid to die. Just one sentence. And that sentence actually made me think for a month about what exactly it means. It's actually this. Here, I invade like this, for example. I invade like this. When white kick, I don't have a space surrounding my this stone will die. But so what? So for example, here I came up. Yeah. So he gonna capture this one, for example.
Yeah.
I get some certain move here. Your honey. Yeah, you did capture my this stone, but I get several stones here in the center. I get to reduce you. You are limited on the fourth one.
Right.
So when I invade here very deep, many people say, Jeff, you are crazy. You are killing yourself. The problem is, why am I nervous? Because when I play here, I'm not afraid to die. I'm fine here. And white is the one who must kill me. He can't kill me, he lose the game. And even if I get killed, I'm fine. It's not like I'm losing the game. That is why the one who has the moyo is supposed to be nervous psychologically.
Yeah, so I guess also it's just really hard to kill, right? The space is so wide here. It's easy to be taken away by the amount of investment white has in this area. But in fact, when you have like a 4 space or 5 space area, right? Usually, unless like the walls are as strong as iron.
Yeah.
You know, unless it's all connected and stuff, then you don't have any aji.
Right.
But like here, there actually is some aji.
There is one. Yeah, there's one. But so to me here, black still invade around here is right.
Okay, so let's check what he did in the game.
Yeah, he played the Nobi there.
Nobi.
This one is actually slightly slow, but he's actually aiming at the weakness here. But still, this one is a little bit slow. To me, white should actually move in the center here. That we're gonna make the invasion extremely difficult.
Right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like this, but Stanislaw is the one who is very confident, and I don't think he has the way I have actually earlier described to our audience about the understanding of moyo. So he's just saying, this is all mine. You dare invade, you die. I make it even bigger. Why? Just limit my outside. I make it even bigger. It's all mine. Yeah.
Right.
Young man normally do things like this. Yeah.
Young
I make
have
it bigger, even bigger. Why I should stop my expansion? It's always bigger. I can always get more. Yeah, not only them. Let's say I talked to the 11-year-old kid there when I discussed with them about Go. There's nobody among them who will say I just defend. They always go forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that is actually the part that shows their energy. Sometimes, let's say in Go, you better be more mature. Yeah.
Oh well, it would be a pretty deathly combo, I think, if you have the maturity of an experienced veteran player and the physical energy of a young man.
Yeah.
Like that's certainly the best because like it's a 6-hour game and today is like 40 degrees in Brussels.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I should probably take this suit off.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's a really long game, right? So you need to have the stamina, not just physically, but also on the board. You cannot be boxed down. Sometimes I think that's a natural advantage young players have, right?
Right. Yeah.
They always try to find chances to come back and they never give in easily. So
right.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see how Black handles this one.
Okay. So this what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice, but still, this kind of exchange make Black escaping harder, or let's say to reduce this area harder because White had a stone here. Yeah, Black plan was probably to actually use not only this one, but also this kind of peep that this stone has supplied in order to make a group live here. I guess that's his game plan at this moment. This game plan probably he was gonna live here, but you can see actually when I point my fingers around here, I can't even put my whole hand here. Yeah, if I put my hand here, it's actually just this big. Which means even if Black he live here, it is a rather small one, and White will can still keep this area as territory, and still he will gonna keep the center part.
Right.
And then, for example, after this jump, the center is still big, which means this is just the first battle of this game, and we're gonna see several battles happens, and then that very likely the second or the third battle will be more decisive. Yeah.
So this one for Black is not that hard to live, right? Like, as you said, there's a lot of Aji. Actually, in the game, it looks like Black already lived. That's where we're in the actual game. So White just kicks.
Yeah.
And then Black plays the jump.
Yeah. I got
Pushes up. I mean, at this point, it's already. I think White already realizes that Black can connect, right? So this is the way he's reacting to this.
I think from the moment when Black has done the invasion, both players already kind of let's say have those kind of silent agreement. Black will just gonna leave and White take the outside. Both players understand that.
So not yet. But
they didn't
play. I guess it's gonna be like this one, right? We can play this out.
Yeah.
And then Atari.
Yeah, and
then we even Atari here. Right? And then just Atari like this.
Yeah.
And then you Atari's mouth.
Yeah, tiger response. Actually, this kind of move might be omitted for we don't know if those 5 is bigger or this Atari is bigger. So it might be omitted for now. Likely we can expect that the situation will gonna come to this, and then White takes the next move, and White will gonna keep enlarging the center. This is something I think that should happen. But here, White is thinking this can be interesting because earlier I have described Stanislaw is the kind of young player who devote his time to do the difficult work. Let's say some very complicated reading. So it could be, there's this kind of strange. It could be at this moment he's actually reading about can he do this to kill. It could be. I really hope he wouldn't do that. Because
he wouldn't do that.
Because that one means okay, I can show us a variation. Let's say here if let's say resist here, honey, then he kills for sure. But here it's once again it's about judgment, not reading. So Atari here, connect, and he connect here. Now Black get more liberties. White needs to put here to save those stones. And then how can White handle this Atari and then jump out here, especially when on the second line Black can actually anytime to get a code to live.
Oh, that's true. Because like after this, you just have like 2 eyes.
Yeah, this one is already locally code to live for so like this locally. Your Atari here. This is already code to live. And White doesn't want to call, White can play here. And then honey, connect.
Even descent?
No, descent, that's not enough. Connect here.
Right here? Okay.
Yeah, then Atari, code to live. Yeah, that's another code to live. Or finally, White say, I don't like that. I descend from here at the start. Then this honey, and still is the same. This one, code to live.
Right.
Yeah, so let's say once Black get this spot, locally it's already cold to live, but yeah, white black has the right there. For now, black run, and the longer he runs, the more possibilities he may develop as the forcing moves. Then it comes to cold. So basically, in fact, the black is already alive. Yeah. So I really hope he wouldn't do that empty triangle because that's really irrational.
Right. Well, he's taking his time, and he might be looking at that one. You know.
Yeah, I know, and I don't want that to happen because that actually we're gonna put him into extreme disadvantage.
I don't think we have any moves on board, so yeah, definitely he's still pondering about it. Okay, so that means we're cut up pretty early on. I woke up in time. That's fine.
Okay.
But yes, so we're actually gonna take a break now, and really time to drink some cold water.
Yeah.
It is very hot in here. But of course, we have some other 3 games going on. So if you wanna see another game, we thought that the straw poll is kind of a nice idea. So we're gonna do this again on the other 3 boards. I believe we have Victor Liv versus Dusan Mitic. Of course, that's a good match. Jonas Vajka against Ali Jabarin, of course, the 2-time professional. And Artem on his way to the quarterfinals with one last hurdle in the early rounds to overcome. Of course, that is Vyacheslav Kaimin, who is a very young 6-dan Russian player. And yeah, there will be some trouble, I think. We saw the game, and I don't think we're very certain who's going to win that one.
Right.
Normally, you say that if Artem is in his top form, then he has a pretty good chance against most of the amateur players. But certainly we can take a look and see what happens. So yeah, we're gonna do this polling, and when we come back, we're gonna of course go to the game you picked. And yes, I do have other shirts other than my suit.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching so far, and stay tuned. We'll be right back.